Hello and welcome to LavaLocked. This volcano in Karamja will be my starting chunk. You're probably wondering, why this chunk? Well, our key to unlocking more chunks actually lies beneath us, in Moral Wreck. We have to beat Jad. Alright, so let me explain the rules really quick. Basically, all chunks with lava or a furnace attached are already unlocked for me, as you can see. And I can only unlock chunks connected to a lava or furnace chunk. So for example, we're on Karamja right here, this is our chunk. Since it has lava in it, I can unlock any of these chunks. However, I can only unlock these chunks by equipping a unique obsidian piece or sacrificing a fire cape. And this is limited to only one obsidian weapon, of course. So for example, I have 3 obsidian unlocks I can get before getting the fire cape, so I can unlock a maximum of any 3 chunks that I wish once I unlock those items. After getting my first fire cape, I'll receive a couple more unlocks due to the obsidian set, but other than that, every other tile in the game has to be unlocked by sacrificing a fire cape. The last rule being, I can only go outside of these chunks if I'm in my full obsidian armor, a fire cape, and an uninsured Jad in PvP worlds. Think of this kind of like my ultimate hazmat suit. Like Davy Jones not being able to go on land without standing in a bucket of water. As far as goals, we need to unlock all the obsidian pieces. We need to unlock the jewelry, which will take about 3 or 4 onyxes. We need to unlock the fire cape and then unlock more fire capes so we can unlock more zones next to lava zones. Then we need to unlock Jad so we can explore outside the safe zones with very high risk. And then we need to unlock teleportation hotspots so we can go from zone to zone. So for example, in Karamja, we can use the glory to go to Karamja, and then we can use the burning amulet to go to the wilderness, and then we can teleport back and forth once we have both those teleports. And then finally, we want to unlock the Inferno and beat the Inferno. Alright, so let's get right into it. First, we want to unlock Brimhaven because it will give us access to the food that we need to beat Jad. And first, we'll have to unlock a obsidian piece, which will require us to get 60 attack or defense. And that's not going to be very easy because all we really have right now to fight are imps. Thankfully, we can use these ashes now for prayer XP. And here's our first attack level as well. So really all I can do for now is to kill imps. The best drop I can get from them is a blue wizard hat. But once we get strong enough, we get some attack levels up, and then maybe some defense and strength, we can go into the hole at the top of the volcano and go inside the volcano. And then there's skeletons and lesser demons in there. And the skeleton actually drops my first weapon, which is just a iron dagger. Oh, we got 500 gold from Bob. That was pretty dope. There we go, got the freaking wizard hat. That's the best thing we can get from an imp, and it's our first equipable. Hell yeah. Let's see how this looks. Oh my goodness, go away. Oh, that's our probably the only magic bonus we can get in this area too. Yeah, the rest of the plan is like when we get the iron dagger, we're gonna keep killing skeletons, and then once we get to the point where we can get enough runes from the skeletons, we're gonna start fighting lesser demons, and then they'll drop runes for us as well. And so magic is going to be like just that's our game plan to get this first obsidian weapon or armor piece. So once we can start casting spells, we're gonna start killing the obsidian dudes in Moral Wreck, and then they're going to drop us Tokul, and then we're going to use that Tokul to go to the rune shop, buy more runes, and then we're going to keep killing them until we can get that drop. But that's going to require high levels of magic and either 60 attack or defense just to equip the item when we finally get it. Also, our first Jad kill is probably going to have to be melee and mage only. We're going to just have to melee Jad at him, which means he can melee us back and mage everything else, because as of right now, I don't know if any way I can unlock range unless I unlock this square down here, which has the anvil, because That's the only thing I'm missing is the anvil, because in the city I have ways to get ore from the gem shop. It actually sells ore, and they have furnaces, so but there's actually no way to use the anvil to make the bronze knives to level my range, because if I could level my range to 60, then I could use the throwing rings from the obsidian dudes, and then I would be good to range Jad, but that's not gonna happen. Hey, kebab. It's hard to come by food around here, so I mean, I'll take it, man. This imp managed to get in a place that I cannot get to, and now I'm being destroyed by the snake. I need to run. It's level 5. And I won't be getting that loot. Look at this dude, he laughed at me. What the hell? It's so annoying to kill these guys. So I got the Evil Bob random fishing event, and now I have level 7 fishing, so yay me. Alright, so I just hit level 5 attack, and I should be able to hit 2s now. Let's see. Come on. Don't let me down, game. Look at that. Oh my goodness, the big new max hit. Let's go, boys. Alright, so we're gonna actually go down and bank our inventory because it's been getting pretty full. One good thing I've noticed up here is that a lot of implings spawn, so if we find a way to get up Hunter, that would be great. But also, I managed to get a genie lamp, and I'm not sure exactly what I want to put that into, but that was pretty hype. If you guys have any feedback on like the rules or anything I'm doing or have any ideas, please feel free to leave a comment and let me know. And here we go. Let's dump all of this into the bank. Look at that, 12k. That's pretty big. We're gonna keep the food on us because we're actually getting close to the point where I think we can kill some skeletons. We even got a tinder box and this uncut sapphire from my event. But one good thing about getting this uncooked food is we can actually cook it on these sulfur vents. And I burnt the chicken. Yeah, our only food source in this chunk are implings, so even though we're getting stronger, we're gonna have to keep killing more and more implings. Alright, so we're actually about to go down and try to kill some skeletons, but I've managed to gain a lot of levels through killing and punching a ton of imps, snakes, and monkeys. And now I have a decent amount of food, and let's see if I can actually cook chicken this time. Okay, level 2 cooking, let's go. Can we cook all of them? Okay. Can we do it? Hey, we burnt 2 so far and cooked 3. That's pretty good in my books. I also managed to get a strange fruit from a strange fruit event, and then we also got 19 runes from the special event that gives you the mystery box. I opened it, and then I got the chaos runes, so it's pretty great. We're gonna try to beat this skeleton up right here. Let's see if we can get our first drop. So good luck me. Let's get this iron dagger in one shot. That would be dope. So my recording cut out, but guess what? I got bones. Yes. Here we go. Skeleton kill number 2 incoming. We're actually very low and out of prayer, so we're gonna go get full health and full prayer real quick after this. And once again, we got bones. One of the few things I do have working to my advantage is actually, let me go put this food away because I don't remember how this works if I lose it all. But we can reset our stats by dying in the fight caves. So I think I'm just going to throw this lamp into prayer because this challenge is becoming a lot harder than I first initially thought it would be, and if I can't manage to do some of the things I wanted to do, everything will be possible if we get level 43 prayer and then get protect from melee. So a little prayer XP wouldn't hurt. I didn't want to use this lamp yet, but I'm not sure what happens if I die in the fight caves with it, so I didn't want to lose it. So yeah, let's go reset now. Apparently you can't walk right back into the fight cave if you walk right back out. Interesting. Well, here goes free XP and we're about to die, but we made it to wave 2 of the fight cave, so that's an accomplishment, right? And now all our stats are reset. We're still in our chunk. We kept our items and we actually earned Toku for completing one wave, so progress. Actually makes me wonder if I should just be like spamming fight caves to level my stats and then just trying to survive waves by flicking prayer and then just getting a bunch of Toku that way so I can buy runes. I think that's there's potential in that idea. Attempt 3. Nope. So we're on kill 48. I probably had to sacrifice like 35 times to reset my stats in the fight caves, and the dagger's 1 in 21. Haven't seen it, but I've gotten grain, which is 1 in 128. So yeah, grind's going great, boys. Holy shit, I finally got it. We got our weapon, boys. Oh, I went almost like 3 times the drop rate for an iron dagger. That's insane. So there we go. Now we have attack bonus, and strength bonus, and I guess magic defense. Oh, I'm so relieved to get that. Let's go. So I think that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for episode 1. We managed to make it to 150's total level with 29 hit points, 34 attack, 22 strength, 26 defense. We killed about 250 snakes, about 200 monkeys, 55 skellies, 191 imps. But the only way I think I'm going to be able to progress further to actually achieve the things we want to achieve is by getting 43 prayer for overhead prayer protect from melee. And this is going to take 4,520 fiendish ashes, so I'm gonna go get started on killing 4,000 imps, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. And hopefully by then I'll be able to kill lesser demons and get that first obsidian item. Welcome back to LavaLocked. Due to you guys' feedback on my first episode, I upscaled the UI and everything to make it bigger, especially for you mobile users. One issue I'm still having though is this little line right here is being very glitchy, but we'll do the episode and see how you guys like it. And also, I'm very excited that due to the poll I put in my last video, we're gonna be leaving the island today. So essentially what happened is I realized that I already have teleports unlocked that can help me traverse to my other lava or furnace chunks. So basically we can go to Lumbridge because, okay. We can go to Lumbridge because there's a furnace there, so, and we have the Lumbridge home teleport. But I also realized we can actually teleport back to Karamja because we have the fight caves teleport. And then alongside that, the only other place I think I can teleport to is Soul Wars. Or is that Souls? It's over here? Okay. Yeah, Soul Wars. But then I realized we can go from Soul Wars to Edgeville. Sorry, I'm not used to this small map with the stretch mode. We can go to Edgeville from Soul Wars, but not only that, we can go from Edgeville to Deep Woody, which has a lot of chunks unlocked. It just would be very dangerous for us to do that. But yeah, so I set a poll on whether or not you guys think I should go ahead and do that, and I had overwhelmingly positive feedback towards doing it, so let's do it. And I'm pretty happy you guys decided that, because trying to run around killing these things is not AFK, and then they just teleport like that. And after killing like 500 of them, I'm tired of it. Alright, so I just teleported to Lumbridge, and I'm pretty excited to be off that freaking island. So first things first, I need to probably turn off roofs. And second of all, we need to go find out how much a mithril battle axe is. Okay, we could probably get that soonish. I think I already have like 500 something gold, but that's gonna be our biggest upgrade here. I also thought it would have been cool if we could took the one-time trip to Barbarian Village, but Barbarian Village we cannot go to yet because it's not a furnace there. It's just the pottery oven, which I guess doesn't count. And now I just went and got my Iron Man armor, which will give us defense bonuses, which is pretty dope. We just can't use this armor for melee magic, but I mean, that's a heck of a lot better than what I was working with. And lastly, let's claim these free runes so we can start leveling magic. This is probably going to be our best way to get early magic levels. So here's the bank. We don't have enough, but I think I might just start by doing some pickpocketing because we'll get some levels. We basically have the same amount of total as we have gold coins. I'm also going to start taking advantage of these runes and doing some magic, so we're gonna take off this armor because it has all negative mage bonus by a lot, and we're gonna try to get the bronze square shield from the goblins because that's pretty much the only upgrade we can get from them. I'm also thinking that maybe at some point we'll get the community tab and then I can start running polls on my channel about which chunks we should unlock, because there's a lot of different options. And I think it'd be cool to do it with you guys. Hey, look. This honestly is... this honestly is better than my iron dagger I grinded for. A bronze spear. Maybe not in DPS, I don't know how fast the attack speeds are. But I'd like to pull the new zones with you guys. So, we'll look into that. Getting our magic up is also going to be pretty big with these early levels with the free runes. Because after we get some levels, we can start going back to the fight caves and getting Tokul to buy runes at the rune shop. Or we could maybe look into going to Mage Bank, I'm not sure. I also think these two dungeons in particular have a lot of good options for unlocks. We have the Edgeville dungeon, which has a lot of monsters in there we could probably get things from. And there's this deep wilderness dungeon over here. I know it has hill giants and stuff, so that would be cool to go in. Let's see. Fire giants, hill giants, chaos dwarves. Yeah, you gotta be really hesitant about going in the wilderness since, you know, I'm a hardcore. And there's the bronze square shield. Also, prayer's still gonna be very slow, but we'll get it done. We just don't have access to the chaos altar or anything yet, so it's just gonna be a lot of bearing bones and spreading ashes. Hey look, a food delivery while I pickpocket. That's pretty nice. Give me that baguette. Yeah. Alright, so that's 28 pouches. I only got like hit twice. It was surprising. And that gave us almost nothing. So 84 coins. We're gonna have to keep doing this for a good while. But we're gonna get that Mithril Battle Axe. Also, since no hardcore truly lives forever, and this is my first hardcore, let's go ahead and start making some predictions on what will end up killing me in the future, so when that happens, we can come back to this episode and see if someone guessed it. Thought I'd try to maybe finish off with selling my wizard hats and mine talismans to the general store, but they won't give me anything for it. I'm totally not cooking chicken because I almost died to a man. Aw, frick. Can't even use this. Fun fact, there is a place to cook in the top of the Lumbridge general store, and I have my chef's hat equipped for hidden cooking bonus, and I didn't even know this chick was up here, to be honest. And there's an onion. I'm gonna take that. And we're about to go buy the battle axe, and we got 15 thieving. And apparently I suck at cooking and I burnt everything. And I'm basically gonna be broke on the dot now, but hey, I got this sick upgrade. Thank the Saradomin. Know what I'm saying? Now I've gained nearly 20 more melee strength bonus and a shit ton of slash and crush bonus. I think our best course of action will actually be to go to Soul Wars and then go to Edgeville. And maybe check out Edgeville Dungeon to see what other unlocks we can get. So I'll see you there. Oh yeah, look at that lava. There's also an option to go to Ferox Enclave, but I'm pretty sure there's no lava in that chunk. You guys will have to let me know about that. So let's go. Honestly, this is a weak ass furnace. and that's a lot of people. But it's literally just a fireplace. But hey, if the game counts it, then I count it. I really want to grab a Wilderness Slayer Daz, but I have no way of going to Burthorpe to cancel it, so what do you guys think? Should I just send it? I literally just burnt all of my bread, even though I am a level 5 cook, like what the hell, Jagex? But I think I'm gonna go try my luck with some hill giants. I also met a Soul Wars chunker while I was over there cooking bread. It was pretty cool. You can see a little conversation right here. Little pro tip here, you can actually get more runes from the tutor without using them all if you drop yours and then pick them back up. If you don't know, now you know. Leather gloves upgrade! Alright, we got ourselves a beginner clue scroll. Let's see what we can do. Nope. Okay, so I just realized how I'm going to get 43 prayer. Because my fastest XP right now is Bearing Bones or Scattering Ashes, which either one gives you anywhere from 4 to 15 XP each, which is terrible. But I just remembered that in Soul Wars, you can spend your zeal to get XP. So I could just get lots of zeal and spend it on prayer XP. Only thing is with Soul Wars is I'd basically have to only play red side games, and if I got on a blue side then I just have to leave it instantly. But that's fine because we can just sit here in the 2 graveyards and bury bones all game and get zeal. So I think this is how I'm going to get 43 prayer. 500 total level? Does this mean I have to start skilling? Just spoke to this guy and got a free bronze axe and tinderbox. After weighing my options and thinking about it for a very long time, I've decided that I'm actually going to go for the 500 total level because it'll just be more fun than any other training method I have to get myself closer to killing the Tazar. So what we're going to be training for a while is woodcutting, fire making, fletching. I can probably still get some more thieving levels. And I could even get a couple crafting levels from spinning wool. So yeah, we're gonna try to hit that 500 total level and unlock Soul Wars. Us chunkers gotta stick together, man. Kill all these rats. Okay, so I just checked, and ensouled heads actually are worth money. So I have a bunch from when I was grinding on the island, so let me see how much I can make. Ensouled imp heads go for 62 GP each. I have like 28 of them, and then I have like 4 monkey heads. Like, if I would have known this, I wouldn't have dropped some early on. This can actually possibly fund our magic training. Alrighty, so I actually found a way I can unlock range, and luckily I just found this cow outside the fence on this world. And this is what I need to unlock the bronze crossbow. I didn't know about this method until now because I never really needed to make crossbows, but I'm about to share something new I learned myself. So now let's take this raw beef and I'll show you how we turn this beef into crossbow. As you can see right here on the wiki, you can actually take sinew, which you get from cooking a raw piece of beef on a range, and then you can turn the sinew into a bowstring on a spinning wheel with 10 crafting. The only problem is we don't have a good way to get crafting XP. Sinew, I don't know how to pronounce it, but actually the only way we can get crafting XP is by spinning wool, by coming to this corner of a chunk that we actually have access to and shearing as many sheep as possible, and then going back to Lumbee, and then going into Lumbee Castle and spinning on the spinning wheel. But the bad part is it only gives 2 XP each, so I actually had to end up shearing like 500 sheep just to get level 10 crafting. It wasn't fun. Here's the proof. 500 balls of wool. And now I have 10 crafting. Next up we need to make a wooden stock for the crossbow, so we're going to have to get 9 fletching. So let me go get that. And now after about 3,000 arrow shafts, I have 9 fletching. The last thing we will need is the bronze limbs, which requires 6 smithing, and thankfully I have a method of getting smithing levels. So first we're going to grab our toku out the bag, then we're going to go ahead and make this wooden crossbow stock that we're going to need, and now we're going to teleport to Mororek because we can actually buy ores in the, I think it's a gem shop. We can buy ore at the gem shop. So we're going to start, and there's a furnace there. So we're going to go and make bronze bars. Then we'll come back to Lumbridge and make some other items. And then once we get level 6, we can make the bronze limbs for the crossbow. And of course, let me go ahead and suicide inside the fight cave so I can get some run energy back. Because having level 1 agility just completely sucks. But yeah, I'll be dead in a second. Now that we have the entire inventory, we go over to this lava forge right here, and we can make bronze bars. And then we'll take these bronze bars to Lumbee after, and we'll be able to make whatever we need. And this honestly should be the easiest part, getting level 6 smithing. Before we finish off smithing, let's actually go to this range right here, since we cannot use the cook's assistant one in the castle. We'll have to come here. But we'll use this raw beef and oh fuck, that wasn't supposed to happen like that. I just now realized I have to use the beef on the range to make sinew. No wonder I've never seen this item before. Well, hopefully I can get as lucky as I was the first time, because I just happened to I was just happened to be on the world that had a cow outside the pen. Now I'm going to have to go back over there outside of the pen because I can't go in, and hop worlds until I get lucky enough to find a cow already outside the gate. Ugh. On the bright side though, I now have bronze, or I have level 6 crafting, and I can make the bronze crossbow limbs. So just because I don't feel like going to get my runes, let me go ahead and claim the bow and arrows from this guy. And we're gonna go shoot a cow. Alrighty, I just hopped to the most populated world and the gate was open and there's a cow right here. So we are saved. Bronze limbs have been made. Now let's go correctly use this raw beef on the fire. Alright, you're all watching them doing it right this time. Oh, let me get that out of the way. Raw beef, cooking pot. Is it because it's a cooking pot? What the fuck? Not really sure why I thought I did it wrong the first time, but since we can't use this cooking range and the cooking pot isn't working, we're gonna go to Edgefield to use that cooking range. Even though, according to the wiki and according to this icon, this says cooking range, so you know I would expect it to work the same as a regular cooking range, but either I'm just really tripping or I'm doing something wrong. So bear with me as we run in here and try to do it correctly. I have the raw beef. I'm going to read it from the wiki. Members can convert raw beef into sinew by using it on a range and choosing the make sinew option. I'm going to use the raw beef. I'm going to use it on the stove. Oh, well, Jagex is a liar, and just because this icon says range does not mean it's a range, because cooking pots are not ranges, so now you know and I know. Also, while I wait for my home teleport to come back on cooldown, you may be wondering how am I going to get all the ammo to use with this crossbow. Well, I've already got 336 from killing the men in Edgeville because they drop it like every other drop. So I could realistically just train range on these guys for like forever because they'll give me infinite ammo to use. So that's where I'm going to get my ammo. Watch, he's going to drop it. Oh, okay. I was wrong. And now we can spin this sinew, however you freaking say it, into a bowstring. And oh, I got scared for a second. I thought I did it. I thought I wasted all my time. Do it into a bowstring. And boom, we have turned a cow into a wooden crossbow. Hell yeah. Now, if I get 60 range, I could actually just buy a throwing ring from the Toko shop, and then that would unlock my first Tazar obsidian weaponry, and then I can unlock my first chunk. But we're gonna have to see how viable ranging men with bronze bolts are, and then, well, we'll see what happens in the next episode. Moving forward with LavaLocked, I'm going to be adding 2 more rules to this chunk lock challenge to make it a little bit more enjoyable for you and for me. So rule number 1 is going to be I can unlock more chunks by sacrificing any unique that comes from a boss. Now that's going to be a challenge in itself because I really don't have access to any bosses yet. But if I do get a unique, say a Dagonoth ring or something, I can go into my bank, I can throw it into the incinerator right here, and once I destroy the unique, I unlock a new chunk. My second way to unlock chunks is going to be completing any quest. This is going to be very, very difficult to even get a quest done, but if I can manage to complete a quest, I will also be able to unlock a new chunk. And right before we move on, since it'll be very difficult for me to do clue scrolls as well, and clue scrolls are a lot of fun, I'm going to throw it into the challenge that any uniques I get from clue scrolls, I can incinerate as well. And obviously I can only incinerate each unique once to do that. So to start off the video, I'm going to keep it free to play for a little bit since it does take about 11 mil to bond up my account, which is absolutely insane. I'm going to do beginner clues and try to get steps in Lumbridge until I get the first unique. After I get the first unique, I'm going to make a canoe, take it up to Barbarian Village. We're going to have this unlocked as well since there is a pottery wheel there which literally looks like a furnace. It's a furnace. And now that we have the Barbarian Village chunk, I will take the canoe up to Edgeville. I will go down into the Edgeville dungeon since I can go into locations if I have the top chunk unlocked. I'll go into the dungeon, we'll get the dusty or rusty key, whatever it's called. That way we can unlock the area right here, Edgeville dungeon, and we're going to kill hill giants free to play until I get a ton of keys for Obor, and we're going to kill Obor until we unlock the Hill Giants Club. Looking forward to the new changes in the rules for my series. I think the next episode for LavaLocked is going to be a banger. Drop some comments, give me some feedback, and I'll see you in the next episode.